Hey everyone, welcome back. We've got our shortbread layer all cooked off here. You can see in our pans. I've already actually taken one all the way out and looked at the bottom just because I couldn't wait to see, but it turned out perfect. The parchment definitely is going to be essential for getting these out, so I can see why they wanted us to do that step. But these are cool. I just got them sitting here on my stackable cooling rack that I got from my sister-in-law long time ago, that I use all the time. But so that's allowed that to cool. The stoneware does take a little bit longer to cool off, but it worked out just fine. So but those are done. So those cooked. It took a little bit longer than the 20 minutes, but not too much longer. So now what we're going to do is make the caramel layer. So what I'm going to do is open up this package of caramels that I already unwrapped last night. And that was just an 11-ounce package of the caramels, except minus one that I ate last night. And I have my pan here over medium-low heat, and it's gas, so like it tends to get really hot. So, and then we just need a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, which I'm just going to measure right into our measure-all, and use our handy-dandy porch spout there to pour that in. Okay, set that aside. I'm going to go run, put this heavy cream back in the fridge, and I made a mess, just so it doesn't go bad on me, because that was brand new. So give me one sec. Apologize. Okay. See, unfortunately, I should have pre-measured that, but just wanted to show you how that measure all worked. So now I'm going to turn these back up a little bit. It kind of was a little hot when I put them in. So got that over. It says medium, low, or no, it doesn't. I'm lying. Yeah, medium low heat. So stir the caramels and the cream together for about 5 minutes to let those come together. And I'm using one of my Pampered Chef bamboo spoons that I've had like for a really long time. I think this is actually one of the first sets that I got when I hosted my first catalog party way back, probably in around 2009 or so, when I got my first house. So anyway, they have seen their fair share of use as well. And I actually probably shouldn't. I mean, I think I know better than to put wooden utensils in the dishwasher, but I get lazy, so I do. So they have been put in the dishwasher quite a bit, and have stood up great over all these years. So anyway, so this is melting slowly but surely. Just don't want it to burn, which is why I'm, keeping a close eye over it. I don't think I would use a whisk. I can see that becoming like a giant mess inside the middle of the whisk and trying to get it out being a pain. So that's why I went with the spoon. We'll see how ultimately that works out. But the goal here is once we get this caramel melted is we are going to, pour it over our shortbread layer, and then we are going to move on to making our marshmallow layer. And those, it's really, this is supposed to cool while you make the marshmallow. So I'm going to have to take a break just for the purposes of repositioning cameras. I just have my lights and stuff set up over here for the stove for this portion of it. But what we're going to do, and these are starting to melt down a lot more. It's kind of like when you're making Rice Krispie treats, the marshmallows at first don't look like they're doing anything, but then they start to like really go. So these are going now. But lost my train of thought. We're going to make, just pour the caramels over, and then those are just going to chill in the fridge just while you're making the marshmallows. So there really isn't a lot of, downtime in between steps here. So this break, I just want to apologize, is just really logistical as far as the movement. But these are still going, so it did say about 5 minutes, so stop stirring for a little bit. And I got it on a 3 here. It said medium low. Like I said, this gas range, like it goes from 2 to 3 is like such a large jump. Sometimes it just doesn't seem, like it would be that much, but these are almost done. And the spoon worked out just fine, so I wouldn't use a whisk, I don't think. So, of course, again, if you were, excuse me, following the directions as they are on the website, and just making the one loaf, this would be super simple. Next step, just pouring this into one pan. But, of course, to make everything difficult and do the 4 mini loaves, so I'm going to be dividing this up over those 4 pans. So this is done. So we're going to turn that off. Oh, goodness, it's hot. Just so you can see, it smells great. So what I'm going to do, since these are cool, I'm going to get rid of my stackable cooling rack here. I'm actually going to put it away. Since I'm here, might as well. But so again, we got our shortbreads, and then I'm just going to work on the stove, which is not, well, no, I'm not. It's not a good idea. I'm going to work right here on the counter. Just take this hot caramel, and I'm going to grab one of my, excuse my back, sorry, one of my mix and scrapes here to help me scrape down this pan and to clean off the spoon. Definitely would recommend getting this in water ASAP. Once that caramel hardens up, it's going to be a pain. Once we get this pan clean or empty, then we'll get water in that too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do my best here. Kind of pour enough to cover the bottom of each first. And we'll go back. This mix and scrape is great. I mean, you can see I'm using it. This is hot caramel. It works just fine. I use it in warm applications all the time. It looks like I'm going to put this last little bit in the first one. Kind of scrape everything down. Okay, let's see. It's pretty good. Right, and then just kind of spread those out. Pretty much spread everything out, but I just want to make sure we got a nice layer there. That way when we do the reveal, oh, Josie, hush. Do the reveal on this. Try to show those distinct layers. But again, if you were following the recipe as it was intended and just making the one loaf pan, this would be a lot simpler task. Here, we're repeating it 4 times. And that one, that got a good coat of caramel. So, alrighty. So what we're going to do is put that in water right away. That's for sure. So I'm going to put that spoon in there. Let that go with a little bit of hot water, maybe a little bit of soap. And that way that would be a lot easier to clean. So these, I'm just going to pop them in the fridge and then get everything reset. We'll come right back. Again, I apologize for the break. It really is just a logistical moving the cameras over, and then we'll get going on the marshmallow layer. So I will see you back in just a couple. Thanks.